start. Now the main points as far as the formation of the council is concerned are two. One is the chairman and the other is the composition of the council. The commission have recommended that the chairman should be an eminent person who should be generally a judge of a high court and should be nominated by the Chief Justice of India. We have considered this question very carefully, and in considering it, we have also been guided to some extent by the debate on the Press Commission's report that took place here during the last session. We have felt that it would be unnecessarily restricting the choice in searching for a very suitable chairman if we put it down on the statute book that the chairman shall always be a high court judge. No doubt the council will be armed with certain powers which can be considered to be judicial, but it has to be remembered that the objective or the purpose behind giving these powers is not a judicial inquiry but the enforcement of attendance of witnesses and certain other matters. For example, in the United Kingdom, where a voluntary council has been working, it has been found that the council is not able to make witnesses come before it, and cases have not been wanting where very prominent witnesses have so and so disregarded the request of the council to appear before them, and it is in that light that the Press Commission strongly recommended that not only there should be a statutory council but also the council should have certain powers to enforce witnesses to come before it. Full stop. My point is that it will not at all be helping the work of the council if we restrict the choice of the chairman to high court judges. We have to remember what the object is before the press council. The press council is not a judicial body. It is also not a body for investigation. It is a body which has to observe carefully the trends in the press, not purely from a judicial angle, but mainly from the moral and public angle, and decide on balance as to whether a particular paper or the writings in a particular paper are such as not come up to the journalistic ethics that have been laid down. Now, that is not really speaking a judicial purpose, and no doubt it is possible to have very eminent high court judges and chief justice, but it would be, in our opinion, doing injustice to the journalistic profession if we lay down for all time that only a high court judge can be the chairman overall.